I'm Reverend Natalie Jean, and we're back with you with the Emma Curtis Hopkins movement. So today I say happy Easter, happy resurrection, because today is the day that we celebrate the resurrection of Christ. One of the things I'd like to talk about today, and the most important, is about the aspect of taking care of oneself. You know, in this spiritual world, and when we want to get into the spiritual modalities of life, we oftentimes want to help everybody that we meet. Anybody, we're thinking, okay, we're going to do this. This is a great path. This is the way to God. But the truth is yeah, it's nice to help others, but when we're not in a good place for ourselves, we can't help other people because that energy will influence the energy of somebody else. So we must take care of ourselves first. I was the type of person that always loved to help other people. That hasn't changed. But I would always put the people before me. Even if I had things, ideas I wanted to do, they were always put before me. And I had to get to a point where I understood that I too had some kind of thing to manifest. I too had a plan. I wasn't always going to be the type of person that was going to follow, but I was going to be a person that would lead. Just like there are many people out there that can lead as well. So I had to take a step back, start to evaluate, discern, discriminate. I don't know what you want to call it, but I had to do something for myself. I had to understand myself better. I had to understand my connection to source. I had to understand everything around me, the universe, and why things are the way that they are. I had to understand Emma Curtis Hopkins better. But I felt that I needed to do this and take a step aside, take a step back, so that I could focus on these aspects and realize my own dreams, my destiny, my mission, to be able to put out Emma Curtis Hopkins stuff, her teachings, and even my own teachings and my own music and everything else that I do. Now, when we take this step back, it is a contemplative time so that we can decide what is our best and logical step. It doesn't mean that we don't go back to the people that have taught us, that have guided us, that have brought us closer to God, because they will always be a part of their lives. They had a mission, they fulfilled it, they came to teach us, they came to show us the way in our lifetime. And we must always be grateful for these things. We must be grateful for the fact that they honored their contract. They honored the fact that they said that they would be here for us to make us discern right from wrong, to discern between the nightmare and the reality of spirituality. Now we're at the point where we need to take care of ourselves. We need to take care of our homes. We need to take care of our jobs. We need to take care of our children. We need to take care of our pets. But most of all, we need to take care of ourselves, our inner selves. We need to get to a point where we are satisfied with our lives, satisfied with our connections, satisfied with who we are. It's not just about serving other people and what their needs are. What happens is that we're so focused on wanting to help these people that we claim that are masters that can do all things, that we can't even imagine that we too are masters ourselves. All of us are masters. We have to decide whether we're going to believe that we're masters or not. This is where the fault lies. It falls within us. The fault is within us. Because we're so focused on trying to make these other people happy that we deny ourselves the right to understand and discern that we too are masters over our own domain, masters of the things that we need to learn and study. If we want to understand a thing, or we want to understand how to become clairvoyant, move our lives in wonderful directions, all we need to do is believe and work with the thing that God has given us. He has given us intelligence, wisdom, and all aspects of strength and support. We can do this. Nobody can deny us our right to become something that we already are. Now, when we do this, there are people that are going to tell you that you are leaving them, that you're not supporting them anymore. Yet these are the same people that should be telling you, if you feel that this is the time that you need to go and do your thing, please go with my blessing. I honor you. I cherish you. I know that this is not about me, but it is about you fulfilling your journey, walking that path to illumination, evolving who you are. It is not about me. All this stuff that I do is not about me. Even the music that I do is not about me. My pastor once said to me that if you have a voice, you have a gift. God has given you this gift so that you can share it unto the world. Therefore, whoever hears your voice or playing or whatever, they're going to get something out of it. My hope is that if I'm doing something with music, there's going to be somebody affected by it so much that they're going to decide it is time for them to do their own music and move their lives in a wonderful direction. That they don't have to hinder their own process. They have to know that God is with them at every moment, guiding them through everything that they need to do. It is a beautiful thing when you believe in yourself. Now, Oprah Winfrey had this man, I don't know his name, on her show the other day. And he's a man that is able to, he performs surgery without even being a doctor. Sometimes he just looks, I don't know, sometimes he does other things. But he said there are entities that work through him. He said it's not even his body. It is people working through him. It is not his mind. It is the entities that are working through him that are able to help these people. Now, can you imagine if somebody had told him, well, now is not the time for you to do this stuff? They held him back. None of us need to be held back. Our teachers are here to tell us how to decide and discern when we need to do our own thing. And if we decide, then the teachers have to tell us that they're going to support us in all the things that we are asking for. This is what God truly is. This is what we have to understand is the beauty and the works of God, because God is telling us to do the things that we are doing now. You know, I was talking to my mother the other day about tattoos, and she's always like, well, Natalie, how many tattoos are you going to get? I have 12 little ones. Nobody even knows that I have them unless I talk about them. And she said, and I told her, every single tattoo that I have gotten was because of a message that I received in regards to them. I love Archangel Michael. So this last tattoo that I got was the sigil of Archangel Michael. It represented him. This was a message. I get the messages 3 times over. The rest, the Hebrew name of God. I had Emma Curtis Hopkins initials. These are all things that were told to me to do. And I listen to myself more now than ever because I see the fruits of my labor when I give in to God, when I give in to Jesus, when I give in to the Christ within myself. I see that I am able to discern. I don't have these little voices in my head telling me, oh, Natalie, what are you doing? No, you need to listen to me. No, you need to read this book. No, you need to do this. No, you need to do that. Now, there are plenty of people that will guide me towards certain books to read. And if I am guided or moved to read these books, I will open the pages and I will read them. But I have to feel it. I have to feel that yearning to read that piece of literature or teachings at that moment. Right now, I currently read, I read Emma Curtis Hopkins. But there are times like I wanted to read something about hermetics, or the other day, I wanted to read about different dimensions and ascension and all kinds of things. And I open the book and I start reading it. And I'm given messages and information. I listen to myself. Just the other day, there was a metaphysical workshop here in Maryland. And I was so tired. And I said, oh, I'm not going anymore. Oh, I'm not going. And then my mother was about to leave. Something said to me, Natalie, you need to go to this. You should go. You need to go. It was that strong and that powerful that I said, okay. I called my mom. I said, don't leave yet. I'm going. And when I went to the metaphysical workshop, I don't even do readings anymore. I don't do them at all. But for some reason, my mom went to this one lady and I decided to do it. I don't know why. Because I don't do them anymore. It's not that I don't believe in them. I believe in God's gifts through other people. But there was something about this lady. My mother said, oh, you got to do it. And finally I did. And I was glad that I did because there was some information that she gave me that honored what I already knew about myself and my abilities and this, that, and the other. So this is about taking care of yourself, giving in to yourself. It's not about being conceited. It's not about being anything but honoring God, honoring the God in you, honoring the strength, the power, the support in you to know that you need to take care of yourself. You need to know that you're happy, that you love yourself, and that you want positive things to come into your life. So take care of yourself and worry about other people later. Learn to love yourself and know what is true. Walk the walk and talk the talk, and you will see your manifestations come out right. Happy Easter.